The Pittsburgh Steelers versus Atlanta Falcons. This is everything you need to know and pay attention for as the Steelers take on Atlanta. So, Atlanta Falcons, they're going to be at home. The Pittsburgh Steelers last played Saturday against the Buffalo Bills in week 2 of preseason, so it's a quick turnaround as the Steelers play Atlanta Falcons today at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday Night Football. So, in the Steelers' last 2 preseason games, they won both of them. They faced the Buccaneers, and they put up 27 points and held them to 17. Against the Bills, they put up 27 points and held them to 15 points. And now, as they head into the Falcons, let's see if their offense can score 27 plus points once again. And Mike Tomlin said that he does expect the starters to play, meaning that he maybe not as much because it is the last preseason game before the regular season starts, but he said the starters will play. That means you could expect the superstars like TJ Watt, Minka Patrick, Cameron Hayward, and the rest of the guys to be playing alongside the offensive starters and Kenny Pickett, George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, starting offensive linemen, and many more. Mike Tomlin didn't say how much they would play, but he said he expects them to play. I believe personally that they will play one drive. Just like the first preseason game, if you remember, Kenny Pickett and the rest of the starters on offense, they only had one drive. So I believe they'll still only play one drive. They played one drive the first preseason, second in the second game, and now I believe they'll play one drive again in the last preseason game. Maybe if they go 3 and out and it's a quick drive, then you could see them playing a second drive, but all in all, if it goes past a 3 and out, I only see them playing one drive. Same with the defense. I believe TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, they don't need to be playing in the preseason, and it's a last game. You don't need any injuries or anything like that as we head into the actual season, regular season opener, so I believe they'll only play one drive as well. Well, what to expect? So, like I said, the Steelers' offense, they put up 27 points in each of the first 2 preseason games. And Kenny Pickett in the offense, they had a touchdown drive on every single drive they had with the starters. The first game, when they only played one drive, a touchdown right away. And the 2 drives they had versus the Bills, touchdowns right away. So I expect them to be there and put up some points as well. Hopefully on that first drive that they play, maybe their only drive of the game, hopefully they're able to show it again and put up a touchdown right away against the Atlanta Falcons. Continuing the momentum and the feel-good story as we head into the regular season, knowing that you scored touchdown on every single drive that you played in the preseason, that brings the momentum into the regular season. I know it's a whole different ball game from the preseason to regular season, but hopefully they continue that. Now, just to give you a quick update on the injured players that might not be playing, Larry Ogunjobi, who's dealing with a right foot and ankle injury, and he didn't play at all in the preseason just yet, Mike Tomlin says, expects to get better and better. If healthy, he'll play, but me personally, I don't think he's going to play because he's already going to make the roster, and we know what he could do on the defense. He doesn't need to show something in the preseason, but Trey Norwood, who's dealing with a calf injury, I believe if he is healthy, he will play because he is fighting for a roster spot, so the Steelers head coach and the defense coordinator need to see something from him. Nate Herbig, who is dealing with a shoulder injury, Mike Tomlin said he's working his way back as well, and if healthy, he will be playing. So, the other people who are day-to-day, who there's a question mark next to, is Keanu Benton. He's dealing with a left ankle injury, and he did not play in the last preseason game. He's working his way back. It's not yet disclosed if he's going to play. Nick Kwiatkowski, he's dealing with a right shoulder injury, and him as well. It's not disclosed yet if he's going to play. And then after the game in the preseason against the Bills, Mike Tomlin did say that Joey Porter Jr. was limited on the day, and they want to limit him because they want to get him ready for this Thursday. So even though he was limited in the game against the Bills and did not play as much, Mike Tomlin did say they wanted to make sure he was ready for this Thursday. So if he's fully back, I expect him to be a full go as well. So, in the last preseason games, when you look at the backups, because I already talked a little bit about the starters, but let me just talk about the backups really quickly, like Kelvin Oster, Gano Orshevsky, and people of that nature. They were playing all the way until halftime. Kelvin Austin played all the way until halftime and didn't play in the second half. I believe that he has solidified a role now in these first 2 preseason games, showing that he's capable of being a wide receiver and capable of being a punt returner. So I don't believe he's going to play all the way until halftime. I believe he may be playing just a little bit over a quarter, but I don't think the coaches will play him until halftime like they did the rest of the guys and the rest of him. the other preseason games. Gunnar Olszewski, I believe he's also solidified a role in this offense, and I believe he will make the 53-man roster. I'm going to release my full update on the 53-man roster after this game, but I do believe he solidified a role. He played basically the whole game last game against the Bills and versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't believe he's going to be playing that much either as we head down to the regular season. I believe the full backups will be playing, like Des Fitzpatrick and everyone else who the Steelers have at wide receiver, and the new guy they just signed. We're going to get our first look at him as well, Toby. So we're going to see how the Steelers' actual backups do, and I believe this is going to be more of a backup game than any other players. I believe the third stringers are going to be playing, not even the second stringers as much. That's for the offense, though. For the defense, I believe the second stringers still will be playing, like guys like Mark Robinson and the guys fighting for defensive line spots. There's many people on the defensive line fighting for only a few spots. For example, Armon Watts, who Mike Tomlin said wants to get more involved and see what he could do, Isaiah Loudermilk, and some other guys on the defensive line like Montravius Adams. There's guys fighting for only limited spots, so I believe those guys will get a bigger opportunity to see what they could do on tape, and especially Armon Watts, because Mike Tomlin pinpointed him out directly, saying they want to get him more on the field to see if he's going to have a role on this defense and to see if he's going to make the roster. So expect the second stringers to be playing a lot more on defense as well, and watch out for that defensive line. And the safety backups, expect them to be playing a lot. DeMonte KZ, Keanu Neal, they didn't play as much. They were dealing with the injury, just getting back from injury in last preseason game, even though they did play. So now they might have a bigger role just to see maybe a few more snaps here and there, because they are fighting for a starting spot as such strong safety. If you remember on the depth chart that the Steelers first released, they said that Keanu Neal and DeMonte KZ are both starters as strong safety. So in the next depth chart, they're going to have to pinpoint of who's actually going to be the starter. So I expect them to see a little bit more opportunity, but still not as much, because they have been in this league a long time with Atlanta Falcons and have shown they could produce. So it's not like they need to see the field because they need to get ready for the actual regular season. It's more to see who will end up being the starter as strong safety this upcoming season. But that's what I expect from the Steelers versus Atlanta Falcons this game. And now we're just talking about the Atlanta Falcons side of the football, because Desmond Ridder at quarterback, let's see what he could do with the offense, and even Bijan Robinson. I want to see Bijan Robinson to see what he has. He may not play a lot, may only play 2 drives, but versus the Steelers starters on defense, we all know how good the Steelers starters on the defensive line are with TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, Alex Highsmith, and all those other guys up front. So we know how good they are. So let's see the rookie who is talked about so much as one of the best prospects to come out at running back in a very long time. Let's see what he could do. There was a big talk around him in last preseason game when he had that big run. He only had a few yards, I believe 20 or something like that. But he had that run where he broke a lot of tackles. So he's talked about a lot, and all the hype is around him. So let's see what he could do in the first drive or two versus the Steelers starters on defense. But that's what to expect from the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Atlanta Falcons when they play today, Thursday Night Football at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Like I said, it's a quick turnaround. Thursday Night Football after just playing last Saturday against the Buffalo Bills, but let's see how the Steelers do, and let's see if they could go 3-0 in the preseason and continue the momentum heading into the regular season. But with that being said, that's the end of this video. Let me know down in the comments below how you expect this game to go. How much do you expect the starters to be playing on offense? Do you expect the offense to play 1 drive, 2 drive, or even more? And even the defense, the starters, how much do you expect them to play? I think only the offense will play a drive and the defense will play a drive. They don't need nothing to prove, and it's only the preseason. Yes, you want them to continue building the relationship on the field, but I think they're ready as we head into week 1 very soon. And who on the roster are you most looking forward to who might be on the edge of making the team? Who do you want to show out and have a really good game to prove to Mike Tomlin, prove to Omar Khan, prove to Matt Canada, Terrell Austin, and everyone else that they deserve a spot on the roster? Is there one person who's on the edge that you look forward to watching play today and having a great game proving their worth to the team? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well if you like serious content, analysis, reports. Like the video, turn on notifications, click that notification bell down below so you never miss out when I post the next Steelers video, as I cover all news, highlights, rumors, reports, everything of that nature. I cover everything for Steelers football, and as we head into the regular season, I know you want to stay up to date with everything, so I'm here to cover it all. I cover everything this offseason, from the draft, undrafted players that we signed, all the trades that we did, all the signings we did, even as we head into the roster cutdowns. I'm be covering everything for Steelers football. So if you want to stay in one spot for everything news of Steelers Nation, this is the spot for it. So like, comment, subscribe on the video, and turn on notifications. I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.